This video is brought to you by the 3-Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Memoir 44 in about 3 minutes. It has no solo mode. It's a game for 2 players, playing time is short, and it's a pretty simple game. It's World War II, 1944, and the Allies have landed in Normandy. Can they liberate France and drive into the heart of Nazi Germany? Each game is a scenario with its own unique rules, but normally the winner is the player to gain a set amount of medals first. You gain medals by claiming them from the board, and you can also gain medals by wiping out enemy units. Dice. Special 6-sided dice are used in the game. Card management. You'll have a hand of order cards to play. Player turn. Select a mission to play and determine who will play the Axis and Allies. Each scenario has special rules, conditions of victory, and a hand limit for each player. Draw that many cards to your hand. You will start your turn by choosing an order to play. Note that the board is split into 3 sections. From your perspective, this is left, center, and right. Hexes that are bisected by the section lines are considered to be in both sections. Here we play this card, allowing us to order 3 units in the center. We announce which units we will order, selecting these 3 infantry units. Now the board has terrain on it we need to consider. Most terrain provides cover from attack, so we move our first unit into the hedgerow beside it. Infantry can move 0, 1, or 2 spaces, but if they move 2 spaces, they cannot shoot. Note that a unit consists of multiple models, but they are moved as one group. Once units have moved, they may attack. If you are adjacent to an enemy unit and can attack, you must attack an adjacent unit. Only this unit can attack this round, so we check the infantry attack reference, which says 2 hexes away means we roll 2 dice. But this Axis unit is in a hedgerow, so we further reduce that to 1 die. We roll that die and get an infantry symbol, which removes 1 infantry model. Once the last model in a unit is removed, place it here. In a later turn, we order a tank unit to move. They can move 3 hexes and still attack. You cannot move through other units though. Tanks have 3 attack, but that's reduced to 1 die by the hedgerow. They roll this symbol, which would hit a tank, but not infantry. The infantry unit here has 2 dice, and rolls a grenade and a retreat. Grenades hit any types of units, and retreat makes them fall back 1 hex. The allied infantry unit, because it attacked an adjacent unit, can follow up. If a unit is forced to retreat and cannot move towards its home line, it loses 1 unit per retreat die. Tanks are very effective in open terrain, and if they defeat or force a retreat from an adjacent unit, they can follow up and make a second attack. Artillery is a 3rd unit, and it can move or shoot. If it shoots, it can fire over other units and terrain, something other units cannot do. So in this example, these units cannot see the Axis tanks, but these ones can. At the end of your turn, draw a replacement card, and greyback cards like these ones have unique rules. Just read each one and follow its instructions. Other missions will include different types of terrain, buildings, and obstacles. Why would you like this game? Memoir 44 does something quite remarkable, and that's be a war game that is not only incredibly easy to learn and accessible, but also great as a war game. So many war games fail to demonstrate an important part of armed conflict, and that is that communication is never perfect, and friction, confusion, and the fog of war can make even the simplest thing impossible. And Memoir 44's order system nails this ambiguity perfectly. You really need to hold the line on your left flank, but aren't getting the orders? Too bad. Scenarios are also not played to the last man, and end at the right time once it's clear who would win, without the grinding mop-up that happens in some games. As far as I'm concerned, this is the undisputed king of light war games. The best thing about this game is the order system. It's simple and brilliant. However, it is a war game and someone has to play the Nazis. This is one reason why I prefer to play each scenario twice, swapping sides, but I also get that that's distasteful for many. It's also a bit of a rabbit hole for expansions with all its extra content. If you like this system but not World War II, there are Ancients, US Civil War, and fantasy games that use the same core ideas. And for something more tanky, try World of Tanks. Memoir 44, Clausewitz for kids. Gold medal game. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.